Hmm. Hello, Mr. Dots.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, yeah, open up late, man.
It's fine. I was asking, do we still have to sign a roll today?
No, 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 no. Cause we any of you teachers, you can't give any new kind of no information or nothing. We really not actually having class. I'm just doing it. Like, if anybody got any questions? Like I say, even with the two assignments, how to go about getting into it, and and compiling it or whatever, using the Visual Studio
Hmm.
or whatever. Yeah.
And with the assignment, I submitted them already, but I was just making sure what kind of file were we supposed to submit because I submitted it is the
.cpp.
yeah that CPP and I think it came with a hold on, let me see.
Or what now?
Hold on, I'm checking right now.
I think that's the only thing. Not a header. I don't think I do. Y'all do a header file, no? Or did I?
I did it on uh Visual Studio and I just put the header file in there anyways just in case.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I did the pro that CPP and header file.
And the header. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think these two assignments require the header file.
Yes,
Because I just want you to kind of get the feel of typing it in. You know what I'm saying? Running through it, getting the errors, looking at the errors, and correcting it.
yes,
And
sir.
then, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I think sometimes some students, like who took 192, may have not uh, programmed yet. So
Right.
and
I had
then
to ask help from my classmate. He really walked me through it.
okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, who was that?
It was hold on, I got him on my Discord right now.
Okay,
His name is let me check. I think it's something Gerald. I think Gerald's his last name, but that's his username up here.
okay. I'm not too sure. Okay, what's up, Mr. Gilly? Gilly.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, all right.
I actually have the programs finished, but the turn in time was yesterday, and I just thought that you were gonna extend them for
Oh
because
yeah,
of the.
yeah. You just thought that, yeah. What I'll do, I'll go over them today. Not say over the program, but how to do it. How to get in the visual, how to compile it, and whatnot.
I did them all already. They were so I use Xcode. So
Okay, you got a Mac. Okay.
and I zipped them. So I turned the file with the two folders into a zip, and I have both of them. I don't know if that's how you
No, no,
want.
no, 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 no. Because what happens is, if you look at Canvas, one assignment will go into one for one of them, and then the other one will go into the other assignment.
Right. No, they're both separately zipped.
No, but don't zip them none. You have to
Okay.
zip them.
All right.
Because they're not, because I think I have it to where the extension have to be .cpp, or it's gonna bounce back an error, incorrect file type or something.
Do I need to change it for so should my Xcode, my
No.
Xcode will automatically make them how you want it, basically?
Right. Like when you in Xcode, when you create the file.
Yeah, main CPP, here it is.
Right. When you save it, right, you just take that CPP file. Okay, you can rename it you want, but .cpp, and submit it to me. Right.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I got them.
Okay. And what I'll do, like I said, I'll talk, like I said, depending on whoever get on, but I'll go over how to use the visual. When you using Xcode, is a little different. And like I say, and after that, I'll reopen it for tonight and maybe tomorrow, so y'all can turn them in. Anybody who had issues and whatnot.
Yeah, you had that link on there for Xcode, so I just watched that video.
Right.
Cleared it.
I know, cause with the Mac, normally the Xcode would come with it. Oh, you got to do some little things to get it, and once you got it, you just run through that, and you can compile your own programs on there. Yeah, that's right. Yep. So, any questions about the chapter? Because like I said, the first chapter is like introduction chapter, but the two assignments were assignments. Like I say, if you did not program before, it takes you through typing in the program, compiling it, getting out the errors, and then getting that CPP file to submit. All right. So, let's see. So what I can do is I can show you how to start off a visual C++. You can I think you can load, no, not on the Mac. But normally with visual, you'll do like create a new project. When you first install it, you want to do create a new project in visual. Then you look over to the left of this screen to see and make sure that you're under the C++ tab, Visual C++. Because depending, it could be basic, Visual Basic, it could be Java or something else. So you make sure it's C++, and then you make sure you choose the Windows desktop, all right? From this point, you look over to the left or to the right of that, and you would choose Windows Desktop, not Windows Desktop application, but the Windows Desktop wizard. Okay. Here you can give your project a name. I could call it Csci 1933 Program 1. All right, or whatever, whatever name I want to give it. Here you can tell it where to store the file. You might have another default location for that folder, and you might say, well, I want to put it in my documents folder. Okay, wherever you want to put it, you choose that location, and that's where all of the files for that project will be located. All right. So right now it's under users, and my name David on the source, on the repos, and then it's gonna have the Csci 1933 and program 1. All right. So then the name we give it here would be the actual project name, not the .cpp name. Click OK. And then at this point, you would choose empty project, leave everything else alone, choose empty project, and click OK. And it's going to give you another screen, all right? So to the right of this, you'll get this. Sometimes, depending on if somebody got on your computer and messed with something, you might not see all of this. Simply go to Windows and go to reset Windows layout, and it'll bring it back to this stage. All right. And all you do, you just right click on source file, add new item, and you choose a CPP file and give. Now this is where you would give that's the CPP file name. Most time I let it default as source, or you could put program one or whatever you want to put. Right. So it'll create a file called program1.cpp, a CPP file. My project name still is Csci 1933 program one. And I click add. And now I have program1.cpp. All right. So what I'll do here, now you're able to type. So what I'll do, I'll just type the shell that I told you about, pound include, and the IO stream. Now, any other libraries that you need to add them. Like I say, if you're doing the math functions, math.h, and other functions like file, you're doing fstream. If you're doing vectors, if you're doing string, you load the string. But we'll just do the input output and using namespace. All right. And then int main and our body for our main. And so this is our shell. Now once we do that, we can go back and put in our information for our program. So if I had some information there, if I wanted to output something, if I wanted to do, say, int x equals 5, y equals 4, and product. All right, so I created 3 variables. I initialized 2 of them. X is equal to 5, y is equal to 4, and then product. So now I could do something like product is equal to x times y. Okay, type y. Now, so it's going to multiply 5 times 4 and give you 20, and it's going to store 20 in product. And now we could output product. And what I can do here, new line, /t. And then I can say product. All right, so what I've just done, I've just written a program that will take the 2 numbers that was declared, that were initialized, multiply them, store the value in product, and then output the product is, and then product. So if I run this, first of all, I need to build it. I can do a build and then go to compile to see what my errors are. So it says build, 1 succeeded, 0 failed. So I don't have any errors. One program succeeded. All right, so if I run it now, I need to go to debug and go to start without debugging, and normally I'll get my screen to pop up, and look, the product is and 20. So what it did, it actually did assign 5 to x, 4 to y, multiply them together and store it in product. Then it outputted the product is, and then whatever the product was, and that's 20, and new line, and then ended. So that's the program. Now, so that's your .cpp file, okay? Now, some people did the header file, all right? To do a header file, all right, I think I gave you the different specs that I want in the header file. To create a header file, you can do it just 2 ways. You could right-click on source over here in this area where we had this. Right-click on source, add, new. But this time, rather than a CPP file, we want to create a .h file, okay? Now, the other way, we could right-click on header file and do add, and then new, and it takes us to the exact same menu. All right. So each one will take you to the same menu, but you choose the header file, all right, option that you want to create. All right. Now, it gives us a file name by default, but we can change that name if we want. We could do HEAD or whatever. I'm going to do cap HEAD.h. All right. If we wanted to, we don't have to use that name, but we have to remember what that file name is because we need to use it to load our header file. So I'll do header.h. That's our file name, header file name. And it's stored in that same folder because CPP needs to know where that file is. I mean, visual. So now, if you look, I got my program1.cpp file, which was the file I typed the information in. And then I got my header.h file, which is my header file that I want you to create. You can leave this in, it won't cause any problem, but I take it out normally, because I think it deals with something with the environment of visual C++. So I can be in that, in this file, I'm gonna output some information. I'll do the pound include. I will stream. Okay. Now, I don't need any other header file that I'm in here because all I'm doing is input and outputting. And then I need to do load the standard library. Libraries. And now, we do not create any other main function. The only main function we're going to have is in our program, the main program that we have, that CPP file. If I have a main function in this program, in this actual file, and it's associated with this one, I'm going to get errors. You're only going to have one main function. That's the program. That's the function where the C++ program starts. Okay, so you only name one function main. And that's it. Now, and it has to be the main. All right. So now I could do something like void. Void meaning I'm not returning any values back to this header file, but I'm creating my header functions. So I need a header file. I mean a function header and then the body. So my function header could be for void, and I could say my info. All right, no semicolon because I'm defining it, and then I can put my information. Now, normally what I just do, I'll do something like this, leave it as being head. Whatever name here, you need to know it, but I'll show you why in a minute. All right. Then now I could put in my data. I could do a cout. And I could get fancy. I could do something like, and I could do something like slash enclose. Okay. And let's see something. Slash T. And all I'm doing, I'm trying to make it to where it looks tight. I'll show you what it look like in a minute. And then I'll do the last one. What did I do? I'll fix it. Oh, I know why this is. All right, now close it. So all I have is something that gonna have header info printed out, but it's gonna be inside of a asterisk defined box. That's all that is. Now, so this is my header file, and like you can have C out your name, whatever I gave you, C out your name, see out the date, see out the course name, see out the instructor's name, and whatever, all on the new line, with the see outs. That's what you have. All I did was see out this new line, see out this new line, this new line, this new line, this new line. All right, same difference. So I go back to my CPP program. Now, if you look in header, I have pound include IO stream. If I'm gonna call header.h, I could replace this because I have IO stream in header.h. But my user defined header file, the one I created, I have to put it in double quotes, not in the less than or greater than symbol. So I'll type header and it's case sensitive .h. So now what's happening? Everything that I have loaded in header.h is being pulled. The IO stream is being pulled in. Standard library, you're still gonna have to use that in the other one. And then this function here, head, it's also defined once I pull it into header.h. Now, so when I pull header.h, it knows that I have IO stream loaded. But also now in this program, when I do head, right, which is a function in header.h, it knows that what? There's a function that's defined in that program called header.h, and I can use it when I want to, all right? So what this program will do, it will call header.h, all right? It load it. So it's gonna load our stream, it's gonna load this function here, all right, for use, or define it for use. Then now when we come here, it loads the user namespace, and then it's gonna say, oh, I need to call head. What is gonna happen when it call head? It's gonna output this asterisk line, this line here, the info, and header info, it's gonna output that, it's gonna output that, and it's gonna return back to the main function. Then it's gonna declare X and Y and product, assigning X and Y to 5 and 4, respectively. Then it multiply X and Y, stores in the product, and then output what product is. So if I run this program, watch what happens. All right, and you don't see what head is. That information is in header.h. So when I run this program, all right, everybody see that? So it did what? It went to the header.h and said, okay, head is defined. So now I can call head in this function. I call head, it outputted this. And then it multiplied the 4 times 5, and then and stored it in the product and printed out what the product is. Okay? Now, this is a thing when you have defined information. I could print out that information anytime I want. I could go down here and type head a second time, all right? And what you think is gonna happen?
Excuse me, Mr. Sylvester.
Yes.
Hey, we can't see your screen.
Oh, what? Y'all made me go through all this. I tell you. All right, let me go and share my screen. Y'all made me go through all this without y'all even looking at the screen. All right, let me share my screen. Wow. Okay, now, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see it. Thank you.
So y'all want me to start all over, right?
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Y'all sure? Y'all gonna get the gist of it? Oh, I tell you. So look here. So this is head, all right? I mean header.h. Because do y'all know how to create the file? Get into visual and create the file, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, I do.
Huh?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Everybody? Right? Oh, I could post this video too later on, which will show it to you. But now, all right. So this is the program which has the main file. And let's look at this file. Pound include. Now notice, like I told you, you don't have the greater than or less than symbol here. Why? Because header.h is your defined function. It's not a function that comes with the app with C++ or Visual C++. It's something that you've created. So you have to use the double quotes. All right? It'll know that what? It's a defined function by the user. Everybody understand that? Because I have students who try to put the less than and greater than symbols on it, and it has errors. So, and you have to notice this name, header.h, has to match with your .h header file name. Everybody got that? All right. Let me give an example why. If I do something like this, I create another file. All right. I'll do add, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just copy the information, and I'll do this, and I'll call this my info.h. All right. Now I created my info.h, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this information. I'm gonna paste this information in here, but I'm gonna change something, all right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change this to, what's a good symbol? I'll do the amp, I guess I'll do ampersand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this file. It's gonna have the same information, but I'm gonna it's gonna be the same principle. But I'm gonna change the symbol so you can see what was going on. All right. And what I'll do, I'll make this all cap. All right. So now I have two files, right? I have my info.h and I have header.h, right? So if I go back to my main program and I'll do something like main not my info. All right. So my info. So got my info. These two files are exactly the same, minus the all caps here and the ampersand. So now what happens is when I run this program, see what happens here? It give me the one with the ampersand, all right? By just simply what? Changing what? The header file. So I could go back here, and it's still a little wrong because I need to remove one 2 minute one. All right. So if I go back here and just change this back to header.h, then it's gonna go back. It's gonna, rather than load my info information, it's gonna load header.h. Now, the reason why I won't get an error is because what? Head is a function here, and head is a function in here. All right. So that's not an issue because they got the same function name within them. So when I run the program now, notice this time we get the what? The asterisk. So you see what happens? You can create your own header files, and like I say, you could call them in the ones you choose. All right. So everybody understand how those header files work, right? And the name is important, but then once you load the name of them, the function name that you use within them is what you're gonna call. Okay? Any questions? Questions? All right. So that's how when we start doing our programs, you're gonna have to create your header files, your .h files, and you're gonna, like I say, your pound include, using namespace, and then define whatever your function is by function header and the body of the cout with whatever the course name cout, the course the whatever the semester cout, my name cout, the due date, whatever, whatever information that I ask you for the header file. All right. So now, anybody with any questions? Questions? Now, with visual, and in order for you to upload your file back to the Canvas, you need to know where the file was stored. All right. Now, I know that my files are stored under my username and repos and the actual file name. So if I go here to my folder, all right, I'm already there. But what I'll do, I'll go back to this computer. This is a Windows-based computer. I can go to my C drive, look for users. David was the username, then source, and then repos, and then look, Csci 193, program 1, double click, and then I'll go into the second one, double click, and now you're gonna see program1.cpp, you're gonna see myinfo.h and header.h. So like I say, normally if you're doing the program and the header file, you would upload the two files, the CPP and then the header file. Okay, so that's how you would somewhat find it. And in Canvas, let's see if I can go back to Canvas. All right, when you're in Canvas, well, you don't see it like I see it. You would be in Canvas. You somewhat be in Canvas, and I think I could do it by being the user. Click on the assignment. No, it don't have it. I'd have to do it as student. But if I was as student, it would have a button that says submit file somewhere up here, and I'll click on that button. Then I'll be able to upload the file and then submit it, and then the two files and submit them at the same time. All right. So that's how you would submit the file. I'm still in the administrative or teacher's view. I'm not in student view. All right. So anybody have any questions about the Visual Studio?
No, sir.
Creating a file, logging in. What I'm gonna do? I don't know if anybody else logged in since. What I'm gonna do? I'll open up the two assignments. All right. If you've done them, you might have, and if you have a mix up or mess up or whatever, just go back, redo them, and resubmit them. All right. What I'll do, I'll grade the most recent submission, and hopefully that will be your best submission. I won't try to go and try to pick which one to grade. I'll grade the most recent one. So I'll open it up so that you can work on it, so that you can try to get the best grade possible. All right. And all it's doing here, this assignment was given basically to get your hands dirty, to say, well, he gives us a program. I don't know how to get in the compiler. I don't know how to compile a program. I got these errors. I don't know what these errors are. He told us to create a header file. I don't know how to create a header file. So it gives you that option of getting your hand dirty, getting in there and say, okay, I done figured these things out. This is bonus. I think it's bonus if I'm not mistaken. It's bonus, so it won't go against me. So I can feel free to try to get it done and get it right. All right. I think it's bonus. It might not be bonus, but I give it to you to do. All right. So let me go back to the online GDB. Not online GDB, here to the module. So I'll click on the module and I'll give you, see, I got it as an assignment. I think 10-point assignment. Yeah, I made an assignment. Yeah. So, yeah, and I did do the .h. Yeah, I did tell you to do the .h. Well, let's see. No. Yep, add a header file. Right. So I did tell you to do the header file. So you're going to have to submit it. So what I'll do is publish, but now I'm going to change that date. And I'll make it due tomorrow at 12, or tomorrow at midnight. So you got today and tomorrow to work on it. Okay. All right. 25th. Well, what did I do? Right. So you got tomorrow till midnight. Tomorrow at midnight. All right. So, all right. So anybody have any other questions? Because teachers are not supposed to give you any new material, any new assignments to be accountable for. You know, like I say, I just wanted to have the class so that we can kind of meet again and you can kind of get the gist, because I know it was like the syllabus and okay, do that assignment, and that was pretty much it. So, any questions? Anybody with any questions? Need me to go over something? Anybody? Hello? All right, if there's no questions, like I say, try to get my assignments. What I'll do, probably by hopefully the evening, I'll have this video uploaded so you can go back and look at it. You know, because like you said at the beginning, I didn't have the screen shared, so hopefully you'll be able to see. Well, I don't know if it'll have it, because the video might have just videoed me talking too. We'll see, but I'll post it so you can have the instructions at least. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll see y'all on next week. Stay safe. Like I say, you know, make sure you stay out the streets with the weather, high winds, the water. Don't drive through flood roads. Make sure you have enough food or whatever, so that in case anything happens, you'll be all right. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. See y'all. Stay safe.
You too.
Thank you too.
All right.